Thank you, Toastmaster Shiva, for giving a wonderful speech on equality. You were able to explain the different types of attitude by individuals towards their equals as well as towards their inferior people. And you were able to bring more clarity that we have to treat everybody equal. This motivational subject was very well elaborated by you in your speech. Coming to recommendation, I am seeing that you have taken 3.5 minutes for this table topic speech. Generally, in Toastmasters, we have a maximum duration of only 2.5 minutes for table topic speech. Maybe you can focus on time management for table topic speech. And also, I would like to focus on pronunciation relating to few words. This happens to many people, including me. If you have any doubt relating to any pronunciation of any word, we can use that word check in Google, which comes along with pronunciation. That will be very helpful. For example, the word hierarchy was pronounced like hierarchy. Yes, it happened to me as well. But we may have to spend some more time to work on that, because that will look different for native speakers. Otherwise, I like that speech very much, and we were able to elaborate on the intricacies of this topic and bring to our notice that we have to treat everybody equal. That message is very well passed to us. Enjoy your speaking in this group. All the best. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Hemant, for letting me evaluate your speech on the topic. Don't give it up. Things will take time. Yeah. A very good topic. But you have taken an opposite stand against this topic, and you were able to very well illustrate that with your own personal example. Yes, sometimes we may have to give it up if it is not suitable for us. As that civil services examination was not suitable for you at that point of time, you gave it up. That is a very good decision. That brings us another dimension to this topic. Yes, we may have to choose only the objectives which are suitable for us at that point of time. And that is very well explained in this speech, Toastmaster Hemant. I appreciate that. And also the point you brought about the small successes, and that is also very, very relevant and practical. Yes. Let us try to achieve some small successes. And over a period of time, let us strive for bigger things. And this is also very, very important suggestion to all of us. Overall, this speech brings to us a different perspective about the topic, which is very, very practical. I like that very much. Coming to recommendation, I could see that in some places your tone was a little bit monotonous. Maybe a little bit of ups and downs, giving more stress to certain syllables and giving less stress to certain syllables will make this speech more interesting to listen. And that is the only suggestion I could give. Otherwise, overall, a very, very different approach for this topic and very, very relevant, very practical. I like that very much. All the best for your future speeches, Toastmaster Hemant. Thank you for this opportunity. Bye. I'm evaluating the speech given by Toastmaster Nagarajan on the quote. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I like the way in which he was able to immediately connect it to another local language dialect, and he translated it in English as well. Yes, if we bring any other local language dialogue in our speech here, it is very much necessary to translate it into English so that every one of us in this forum understands it. I like that very much. And then he was able to bring a personal example as well. Yes, of course, personal examples are more effective in deriving the points to us because we like to hear examples from their own personal life because they are all very, very unique. We can talk so many things generically, but if you bring some personal example, which is very much unique to that individual self, that will drive the point more effectively. So overall, he was able to bring his speech with a lot of emphasis on the subject, not going out from there. So this approach is very much interesting and I like that very much. Coming to recommendation, I could see that instead of explaining that in some other language dialect, he would have brought some other examples relating to this topic because the subject is very well understood by seeing this phrase or by listening to this phrase itself. Hence, explaining it by using another phrase might not be required in this short time duration of 2.5 minutes. Though it made us to understand the subject more uh, emphatically, effectively, he could have used the time for bringing some more examples relating to the subject. That is the only suggestion. Otherwise, I enjoyed the speech very much. All the best to Toastmaster Nagaraj. What I learned from being lost, that's a topic for today's impromptu speech. It could happen physically or mentally. I experienced both. Let me share that. I used to wander around the streets whenever I go to any other place, just to explore the street foods, and watch people. I did this when I was in Bangalore, in Delhi, and even in New York. I still remember one incident in New York. We were staying in a hotel in Jersey City, and I took a subway from there to World Trade Center. And from there, I started walking towards Times Square, exploring the street food, etc. Somehow I got lost, and I went into some other avenue. In those point of times, there were no Google Maps, and our phones were also very old models. Anyhow, with my broken English, I could get help from my nearby shop owner, and I took a nearby subway train and reached my hotel. There, my friend was very angry, my roommate, because he came a bit early and he was waiting there for more than an hour for me. Anyhow, afterwards, we took two separate rooms. That was another story. That was about being physically lost. Coming to mentally lost, when I read a book or magazine, suddenly my memory got into some other areas of past incidents. And I stayed there for a few minutes and then I returned back to reading my magazine. This also happened to me many times. When I discussed this with my friends, I came to know that, yes, this happened to them as well. So it's quite natural to get physically lost and mentally lost. But one thing I learned from these experiences is this. We have to have a piece of paper in our pocket with the details about our own self and our hotel and any other important information, phone number, etc. This will definitely help us to get help from others about being physically lost. About being mentally lost, we have to focus on single thing. We should not try to remember so many things and try to focus on too many things at the same point of time. Then definitely we will not get mentally lost. So these are the lessons I learned after getting these type of experiences of being physically lost and mentally lost. Thank you for this opportunity. All the best. Bye. Be Water, My Friend by Bruce Lee. This quote refers to the habit of adaptability or flexibility which we need to have. In our life, we cannot be very rigid. As the water takes the shape of the container, we need to be adaptable to the different situations we face in our life. both in personal life as well as in professional life. If we are very rigid, we will be definitely broken. We have to treat everybody as equal and also everybody as an individual having his own ideas. If we try to thrust our ideas on others, then only the problem comes. If we are flexible, then we will be able to step into the shoes of that other person and understand him from his perspective. If we cultivate this habit of this flexibility, being empathetic to other person, then definitely we will be able to be successful, and also our mind will also remain peaceful, because the purpose of our life is to be peaceful and to be happy without hurting others but enjoying our life. This can happen only if we are flexible. Each and every person has his own ideas and his own character based on the circumstances in which he was brought up. If he understands and accepts that, then definitely we will be like water, my friend. All the best. When advice backfired, this is the topic given for this impromptu speech at this table topic forum. Yes, we have to give the advice to the right person at the right time for the right purpose. If we do like that, then even if it is backfired, we need not worry about that. Let me quote a personal example. When I was working in an IT company as a project manager, many members in their role as developers, team leaders, team managers reported to me in their capacity. I found one developer was very much enthusiastic about training his own colleagues, and in that process, he has forgotten that he was recruited for developing his own code, which he failed to execute at the due date, and because of that, he got some bad remorse from me in his performance appraisal work, and at last he got fired in that company. He started complaining about me, saying that I was not helping him to improve his skill, his training skill. But I explained to him in a cool way that he was recruited only for development work, not for training work. He can take it as a passion outside office work, but not during office hours. Hence, even though that complaint was sort of backfiring to me, I don't have any regrets for that because my intention was good. I gave that advice to the right person at the right time for the right purpose. So even if it is backfired, we need not worry about that. But there are some people who unnecessarily curtail the interest and passion of the team members. But that should not be done. As a project manager, we have to encourage and help the development of the skill of the person, not only relating to his own work, but also overall managerial skills. We have to help him, but only after completing his own work for which he was recruited. Hence, I was very much clear. And the suggestion is you give advice if it is very much required for the right purpose, then we need not worry about whether it is backfired or not at all. This is my take on this subject. All the best.